G'day everyone, back with some more Blue Archive, and here we have a New Year's event starting up just in time for September, as you do, and with it we have New Year Akari, who is invaluable for set raids, well, specifically the blue ones, as she provides lots of very useful buffs and such, as well as functioning as a tank for your party. As well as increasing attack speed and mystic effectiveness. She also increases ally defense, which is really helpful against high attack enemies, such as higher tower set. Just more blue effectiveness. Good stuff all around. Of course, also up is New Year Haruna, who is an excellent single target and sort of AoE red student. She excels quite well in outdoors, and she's decent at PvP. One issue though is despite having better mood in outdoors than Aru does, Aru still beats her. So there's that to keep in mind. And here, if you have none of these three, this is who you probably ought to roll for, if you're going to roll on this banner at all, of course. Nuyu Fuka, she can essentially, if you don't have Arco, she can fill in for you, but as she gives crit damage up, not nearly as much as Arco does, of course, but she also will have an ally's EX cost, so she's also like a mini Yui. She's like half a Yui, half an Oko combined, and you can slap her beside Himari, and extremely useful. They're basically the big three supports when it comes to power buffing 1 DPS. Really can't go wrong with it. So yeah, she's very good. It's difficult. It can't be said enough. She's right up there with Himari and Oko. But thankfully we already have her, so then I already have Oko, so no need for Haruna. That leaves Akari here. So hopefully we can get her without too much fuss, because I'm still a bit nervous about pyro levels, because the band ults are coming up in a little less than 2 months, I think it is, and then about 2 months after that around should be the next fest, where we have double festival units, so it's really important to have an emergency double spark ready for that nonsense. Alright, let's see if we can't scare up Akari here. No luck on the first one. That's a min roll though. Could have been worse.
私がごきげんよう。あ、怪我をされた方はいらっしゃいますか？ごきげんよう。あ、小さいからって舐めないで。バルキューレ警察学校のキリノです。浦和花子です。黒見セリカよ。言っとくけど、私が一緒になる以上真面目にやってよね。
Trying to remember how upgraded my Akari is. Uh-oh. Looky there. Something.
ごきげんよう。あ、こっちの言葉の方がよりし。本の中の物語のよ。ミレニアムサイエンススクール。修行部のマスコット、ババンと登場。お待たせ、先生。で、今日は何しよっか。
I feel like I get dupes from Yakiyako quite often.
浦和花子です。黒見セリカよ。
Well, that's funny.
ミレニアムサイエンススクール。
Those two again.
自警団任務の延長ですね。浦和花子です。バルキューレ警察学校のキリノです。
What's going on here?
皆さん、手を上に上げて。
I don't think you three are rated up. Shiki. There we go, I need more of her. She's quite good, just the issue is just getting her started up some. She backs a wallet. At last. Finally recently actually raised Naruka a bit. She's, well, except her level. She's actually got starred up quite a bit. She's the one I have raised more between. No. One of the healers I never use is like raised quite highly for some bloody reason. I can't remember which one it is. Just regular Ruka. Here's something. Oh, a double! On a non-fist banner.
ハッカーにとっては過酷な環境だけど、ベリタス
Oh, that's just cheeky. If you're gonna give me off-banner stuff, I'd take an Otsuko or Onsen Shigure would be really nice. Oh. Wahaha.
そこに温泉があるから我々がいる。いや、たとえ温泉がなくとも我々がいる。さあ、葉っぱの準備はできているぞ。
I've got both the hot spring goobers now.
自警団任務の延長ですね。ごきげんよう。怒ってないから誤解しないでね、先生。
She's getting quite close to being UE40.
よく言われるんだ。
Quite. Oh. We take these.
試練が怖いとき、苦難に負けそうなとき、本の中の物語の自警団任務の延長ですね。ゲヘナ学園旧作、本の中の物語の
Ah, another rabbit.
SRT 特殊学園ラビット正体の空い先だ。で、シャーレの共犯はどこにある？
So I have both versions of her because I have a swimsuit version too. I believe it's her.
本の中の物語のようにレッドウィンター連邦学園白衣の天使があなたを訪ねてきましたよ。
Ah, dreaded mineral.
だって舐めないで。将来性はものすごいんだから。
You hate to see it. Okay. It's a chance for something.
本の中の物語のよ。小さいからって舐めない。ごきげんよう。あ、新年だから新しい服なだけ。今年もよろしくね、先生。ご主人様と一緒に楽しい一日を始めちゃおう。
Surprising amount of duplicates today. Let's see if we have better luck with this one. Same spot.
説明や解説が必要。ミレニアムサイエンス。ご主人様と一緒にレッドウィンター連邦学園本の中の物語の。
Okay.
また来ることになりました。新年早々すみません。
This is like next banner, I believe. I think they got a rerun, but so she's actually quite good. It's just Kayako is the better of the two. That's why I rolled for her. She first came out, so it's amusing to get both of them now.
給食部のジュリと言います。お腹が空いたらいつでも私に言ってくださいね。
Here we go.
ゲヘナ学園給食部のジュリと言います。 お腹が空いたらいつでも私に言ってくださいね。
Might actually have to go to Spark on this.
浦和花子です。これからいろいろとよろしくお願いしますね。はい、それはもういろいろと。ご主人様と一緒に楽しい一日を始めちゃおう。
Lots of golds in this one.
私が来てもよかったんでしょう。
Regular Akari.
邪魔だと思いましたら いつでもおっしゃってください。
Okay, listen.
少女を美しくするのは決して説明や解説が必要な。ごきげんよう。あ、自警団任務の延長ですね。怪我をされた方はいらっしゃいます。ごきげんよう。あ、年の暮れ、そして新年。言葉の響きに胸が躍りますね。そこに美味しいお料理があれば言うことなしです。
There she is. We didn't have to spark her.
本の中の物語のように。
That being said,
別に協力するつもりはないんだけど。ん？食べ物くれるの？どんなの？どんなやつ？
5 more Maltese. Like I said, we don't need her, but it's probably better to hold on to it. I'll have enough. I'll be okay to spark if necessary on the bands. Grade ups, and then still have 2 left over for the fest if needed. Oh, that's still quite a ways away anyway. We're just 4k away from double spark anyway. It takes 6k to get her, unless we just got her in the next roll, but not gonna hold me breath. Speaking of, okay, 6 single tickets. And now we're going to stop at there for Akari. Well, the good news is we've got plenty of New Year students now. That I think Haruna and Aru are the only 2 that I don't have now when it comes to New Year. Both of them limited, of course, naturally. Let me check. See, I have Mutsuki, Seika, Puka, Junko, Kayako, Haruka. Yep, it's just Aru and Haruna. Looks like I was mistaken. There is not a rerun of other New Year's after this. Yeah, we are 49 days away from the band, girls. And 138 away from Fitz. So it's about a month and a half for the bands, which basically with the band, because you kind of okay, the main target is Yoshimi, but if you max out Yoshimi, Kaz becomes extremely good as well. Otherwise, Yoshimi is just really good on her own. So she's the pro. We'll roll for Yoshimi and Sparker if necessary, but if we don't get Kasa, then we'll just have to snipe her the next time that's rated up. Because I can't double spark that banner and still have 2 sparks left over for Fess, most likely. So that's the current plan. Is there anything down here that I got? I'm too fussed about leveling right away. How about her mats? Okay, she takes these. Might as well go ahead and do this. Okay. So far so good. Hey look, we just got some more pyro back. One reason I did that is because I wanted to see what her mats looked like. Not in a hurry to actually max her just yet. So she's special, summons a little I think it's still Fuka's vehicle that the Gourmet Club keeps stealing. Now, Haruka here. She shreds the enemy's crit resist and crit damage resist. Also does a wee bit of damage for kicks and giggles. More crit damage resist 10. Also cost recovery up. Always a good thing to have. So yeah, she's quite useful. Because sometimes debuffing the enemy makes a lot more of a difference than purely buffing your own team. Yeah, I'm still hoping to get spooked by Onsen Shigure and Atsuko. They're both pretty important for general long-term survivability shenanigans. Are you not limited? I guess not. Huh. Ine wouldn't be too bad either, but Atsuko and Onsen Shigure are the big ones. And Kokona. I do need Kogma now. It's funny, I had her on an alt that I had made early on. Till I realized, oh wait, this isn't like FGO. You can pretty much get everyone, even as free to play. Well, unless you're, well, if you're careful at least. Try to be. I mean, as you can see, I've been playing a wee bit over a year and I already have most of the cast. Right, this track art. I forget what she even does. Right. She's like a healing version of oh no, she's special. She's not a striker. She's probably the best special that has that kind of repositioning, group repositioning stuff, but maybe not though, because I know some of the low star ones. Oh, you're the tank, right? Yeah. She was the first tank. She was the first technical support unit that they added to the game, which is why they gave her an absurd 10 cost, even though stat-wise she's really nothing special. Like, even if she had the cost of like Iroha, Onsen, Shirino, she wouldn't be nearly as good as she wouldn't stack up to them. Well, actually maybe she did, because I don't... When did she get this? That definitely helps. Her issue is purely just the bloody cost. They need to get more attack. 10 cost is just a bit of a bugaboo for him. Who's he looking on? Nautica Hot Spring or Onsen. Onsen Shigure is basically like an AoE version of her. Good stuff. Probably be easier if I just did this. What do you do again? Right, accuracy up. I have vague memories of this being important. I don't know why I'm only just now having this thought, but it occurs to me, I wonder if it says increase ally attack. Presumably that does affect themselves as well. But I don't know. Let's see if I can't look that up sometime. Wait, no, it's... "30 seconds. That seems awfully short. Maybe it isn't though. Let's go back to... that's 50 seconds. Oh. She's going to become farmable at some point. 50 seconds. See, she's 6 cost. And then we all know, where is she up here? You know, huh? 55 seconds even. Bugger all. That's just cheeky. Right, stun. Okay, you're, yeah. She summons cover. Oh, I was looking for repositioners. Maybe none of the low star ones reposition. Because you're just barrier and cleanse. She summons a tactical support vehicle, but it just you see with it is it kind of drives around a bit crazily, and it can be difficult to keep your party in the circle of the vehicle, so it actually gets the buff and healing from it. Although I suppose that wouldn't be nearly as issue in something like set where you're not moving around. So that's someone's cover. Yeah, basically tracksuit Haruna is like a perhaps slightly more potent version of Fuka. Maybe they're bad on par. I know what you do. Or rather, I remember. That's more accuracy buff. That's stun. Hers is a barrier. Saya is getting some recent story love, so you like to see that. Maybe she'll get a Bond gear or something that'll help her out, since people pretty much abandon her because of all of the great AoE red special DPS, specifically Hibiki. Because let's see, 4 cost. I think her cost is even, yeah, 6. They just outdamage her and they have better costs. It's painful. It's hard out here for a rat. Especially this bugger. Giant AoE. She gets everyone? How close? Oh, nowhere near. Nowhere near. Oh, New Yufuka is limited. That's interesting. I was under the impression she wasn't. So yeah, make sure to roll for if you don't have her. The big 3 right there. Okay. That's where you are, UB40. Also, 30. She's UE40, I just haven't leveled her. Going up to 40 because, well, no reason to. I thought she was the one further along. Ibigi's I'll admit I had been slacking on actually farming her hard mode. It slipped my mind. It was like the last boosted hard mode rate or drop where I remembered, alright, need to work on her. There's also this little bugger. Trying to remember, did I get any for my other probably hold off on that for now. Do need to go ahead and do this though. Oh. Okay, I'll get it a 9. I will not use these yet though. I feel like, was it you? It was in fact you. Yeah, I still need 2 more of these. I'm having just a terrible time getting them to drop. Yay to see it. Yeah, I'm not touching that. At least I have enough of these. I should. For now. Thanks to our most recent event. Why haven't I maxed her? Oh, speaking of.
これで暑さにも耐えられるはず。というわけで主殿、一緒に遊びましょう。主殿が手ずから用意してくださったイズナのための夏用人具。嬉しいです主殿。イズナ、これからも主殿の期待に応えるべく全力を尽くしますね。
Swimsuit Izuna is one of the top units for the blue set raid, among other things. So I'll need to get her attacks, these 2 skills maxed out as well. Get her all the way maxed out eventually. It's like, now that I have New Year Akari ready to go, well, I have her rather. I actually have most of the, I have all the big pieces for at least the blue towers, to my knowledge at least, because I have Swimsuit Izuna, I have Sure, she's used in all of them. Watch me go completely blank here as I forget who else used. So her. And the issue is that I don't really have them raised yet. All of them. Sakurako is currently the best blue DPS for it. I actually have her ready and everything but level and this nonsense. But I think the big things it's basically things like Atsuko, Onsen Shigure, and Kokona. So big AoE healers is what I'm missing, and unfortunately I don't think a single one of them get a raid up for the foreseeable future. So it's quite unlucky, unfortunately. So you start AoE healing, double AoE healing, more healing, and then some bonus crit damage. So between that and the defense buff that New Year Akari gives, it really helps your team survive in higher difficulties of the tower. Let's go here. Just good tanking, good AoE healing. So she does this and makes everyone, supercharges everyone's evasion. That lasts for 20 seconds, and it happens every 30 seconds. So basically for 2/3 of the fight, effectively 2/3 of the fight, after the initial cast, it will be more difficult for the enemy to, well, you'll be taking less damage and just a general evasion up. And then when she gets low HP, she's dodging everything. She's one of those evasion tanks if you hadn't put 3 and 7 together to make 12. And Coconut is just a more potent well, she's between her and Koharu. It's really this is a big thing. The one-off cost for all of her teammates besides her. That's pretty huge. Kokona or Haruna, bugger. Koharu doesn't do that. And then the healing. It's only 2 people at a time. Let's check. Because I believe I don't know what happens. My eyes always zone out when I'm looking for Koharu. So there's a swimsuit version. They're normally right next to each other. What's happening here? Ah. This is so questionable. Buffing that one. Let's just give her more attack. To be fair, she's fine as an AoE DPS for like lighter content like campaign and stuff. General mobbing. But obviously she's her healings were Freddy's budget. That's all. But be holding on from that for now. And she is not too far away from being completely maxed. I think I mentioned this last time, but I finally bit the bullet and UE40 is swimsuit Osh. You know, it didn't take much. She was already on the cusp of being 5-star. Yeah, between both of these two, because just look at the moods, Dressina obviously just annihilates anything on those two terrains. Both outdoors and indoors. And then O kills it in urban. So I guess the comparison's more Dressina annihilates New Year Hona. Damage wise, because O already beats her even though she's fairly neutral mood outdoors. One of these years I'll actually I'll have to star her up a bit more. Alright, I was meaning to check this earlier, but I forgot. Okay. I thought I had her higher than a 3-star, but clearly I was mistaken. A quote-unquote fun minigame is seeing how many times you can hit more than one enemy with her tiny little quote-unquote AoE EX skill. It's such a small little reticle. Christmas Serena is actually pretty good. She's sort of under the radar. Crit damage up, yellow damage up. Even further, crit damage up. She even gives herself some evasion so she can actually not get blown up quite as quickly as your where are they? Your swimsuits at regular UEs and your New Year Kayakos and the like. I know we've all been there, trying to buff up your DPS, and then the boss just decides, you know what, let's just kill you in particular. What's on earth? Yeah, these are a bit of a bugaboo. Need to get more pages. Been slacking a bit on that. I think I got distracted looking at roster shenanigans quite enough. It's wish it took a little longer to scroll down here. There we are. We got Akari New Year successfully. So next rolling for Blue Archive will be in just under 50 days for Yoshimi, and hopefully Kasa as well. Fingers crossed. But should be a couple, maybe 3 days. Okida Banner will be back on FGO, so we'll be rolling some on my main account on there. Probably not a great deal of rolling because I still need to try to snag over in December, but something to keep an eye on. I don't know if I'll be rolling enough to bother with streaming it though. Curious. Yeah, that's about as expected. Going to level 90 it takes a lot. I've completely forgotten what you even do. Okay. Just purple AoE, pretty standard stuff. Interesting. So every third EX skill basically does like uber damage, because even at level 1 that's 3 times what a regular EX does, and presumably that'd be stacked on top, so I guess every third use of her EX, all of a sudden it does quadruple damage. That's interesting. Alright, I reckon that'll wrap this up. So, again, next Blue Archive rolling will be on the band's event. As for FGR rolling, I may stream the Okida rolls. The target's actually more towards the 4-star Okida, as opposed to really being too fast about getting more copies of Big Okida, purely because I already have MP2. Don't get me wrong, I would love to max her out, but beggars can't be choosers and all that. And we all know how my rolling's been this year, with the exception of the main account on the summer banners, which was bizarre. I'm going to go ahead and quit this just because it bugs me. But alright, that'll do for this one, so I hope you enjoyed. Good luck in your rolls if you're rolling for Fuka, Haruna, or Akari, or even all three. Oh my. Big bank over here. And see you next time.